It's in the hands of City Council today.
An E. coli outbreak has led to the biggest beef recall in history, and the Bachelor of Canada premieres tonight. Humber News starts now.
Hello, it's Wednesday, October 3rd. Welcome to Humber News, coming to you from the Broadcast Center here at the North Campus. I'm William Key. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Tashay Houghton. Ahead on our show, we have all your news, sports, and entertainment highlights, as well as your 5-day weather forecast. But first, William has our top story.
Canadians are the most highly educated population among 20 countries, according to a study conducted by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development Data. The study says 51% of Canadians have earned a post-secondary degree, scoring higher than Israel, Japan, US, and New Zealand, which were among the top 5 educated countries. Despite this high proportion, many highly educated Canadians are earning below the nation's average income. The study says there are maybe too many graduates for certain sectors of the labor market in Canada to absorb.
The recall of Alberta beef is now the largest in Canada's history, affecting over 1,500 products. The products possibly contaminated with E. coli originate from XL Foods in Alberta. The list includes T-bone and rib-eye steaks, a variety of roast, cube beef, and stew meat. Beef products have been pulled from shelves across the country. Kristen Andrews has the details on how to prevent E. coli contamination in your home.
Students at Humber have mixed responses regarding the XL beef recall and if they will continue to consume beef products.
Yeah, there's always that concern, with what I'm buying and stuff, but for the most part, my dad gets it. So.
It hasn't changed anything. I love beef anyways. I love it with spaghetti and stuff, so I'll eat it anyways.
Dean of Health Sciences at Humber says the best way to avoid E. coli is through proper food preparation.
The very easy thing to do is to ensure that you're cooking your meats, cleaning your meats, and using workspaces in kitchens appropriately. And I think that those 3 things are, widely believed, but less practiced than perhaps we should.
Well, students are taught proper food preparation to avoid cross-contamination in food products.
Cautions are very serious because when you are grinding meats and you're touching meats with your hands or other contact surfaces, you can have cross-contamination.
The best way to avoid contamination is to ensure food is cooked at a proper temperature and to use a clean working surface at all times. Kristen Andrews, Humber News.
Thanks, Kristen. In other health news, women in Ontario are unsure about the age they should begin screening for breast cancer. According to a new poll from the Canadian Cancer Society, the poll says women think they should start going for mammograms in their 40s. However, the Canadian Cancer Society says at-risk women between the ages of 50 and 69 should be screened every 2 years. Medical experts say because of the wide variety of information available, it can be hard for women to understand when they should actually be screened. It is estimated approximately 9,000 women in Ontario will be diagnosed with breast cancer this year, and 2,000 will die from the disease.
A Toronto driver is facing charge of stunt driving after he was pulled over for speeding this morning. Police say the man was traveling along the Gardiner Expressway at nearly 175 kilometers per hour. The vehicle was pulled over shortly after 6 a.m. and his driver's license was confiscated. If convicted of stunt driving, the man could be fined up to $10,000, lose his license up for 2 years, and go to jail for a maximum of 6 months.
Toronto police are searching for the culprit behind 6 garbage fires in Parkdale. Firefighters put out multiple flaming garbage bins and bags near the intersection of Queen Street West and Lansdowne Avenue. Most of the blazes were set around 2 this morning. The garbage was left on the streets in preparation for collection today. No homes have been damaged and no injuries have been reported.
Council is meeting for the 2nd day in a row to discuss the fate of plastic bags in the city. Council passed a motion in June banning stores from selling and giving out plastic bags starting January 1st. But legal experts say the decision could be rescinded. Jeanette Liu has the story.
Toronto could possibly mourn the death of plastic bags this week as City Council meets to discuss whether or not bags will be banned. Some Torontonians are mixed in their reaction to the ban, saying it makes life just a little bit harder.
All it does is force us to buy Glad bags, for instance, that are purpose specific for garbage, which kind of defeats the purpose of banning the plastic bags to begin with.
others say it's a great move for the city to make.
Plastic bags is a big waste of energy, lots of litter. I mean, everybody's capable of bringing a reusable bag anywhere they go.
The bags were banned in June by council, but legal experts say the hasty decision could be rescinded. Jerry Scholtak, a lawyer, says the motion to ban might not pass because the decision isn't up to the city to make.
I'm skeptical as to whether the city really has the ability to ban plastic bags, because it isn't one of the authorities that the City of Toronto Act gives City Council. So it's probably not even legal for council to try to ban plastic bags.
Now, for the plastic bag ban to be rescinded, 2/3 of City Council need to be in agreement. If they're not, Toronto citizens need to look for an alternative to their shopping bags by January the 1st, when the ban comes into effect. Jeanette Liu, Humber News.
Representatives from Ontario colleges and universities are meeting today to discuss a paper released by Minister Glenn Murray. The highly debated paper proposes the changes to province's post-secondary system. Student mobility, transfer credits, and program standards are among the predicted discussion topics.
When we come back, we'll have more news from across the country and around the world. Keaton Robbins will have the sports news, and we'll have your weather forecast with Sarah Ricks.
It's not going to rain a lot, but expect to see clouds over the next few days. The 5-day weather forecast is up next.